Hello crafty family! Today I'm making the Crafty Caddy from Scrap Diva. There are 3 pieces that I will build just like that, and you need 3 of each of these. I've marked them with how many you need to make of each. The inside spine is slightly shorter than the outside spine, and I also wanted to point out that these are not the same. There are 2 different ones. The skinny part is on top, the fat part is on the bottom. And I don't know what I'm showing you here. Oh, they just go to the inside of each of those. So anyway, I'm just going to get started on building one of these boxes. I've already built 2 of them so that you don't have to watch me build all of them. But I've put tape on them already, so there's double-sided tape that I'll be peeling off. But I also like to put a little bit of glue on there when I am adhering it, because it allows for a little bit of lubrication, so you have a second before it absolutely sticks down. So not only does it make it stronger, but it also makes it so that you have a second before it's absolutely stuck down for the rest of your life. So what I like to do is put it side by side so I get that even corner, and just lay it flat open like a butterfly. And then that just gives me the opportunity to make sure that it is at the right angle. And then it also allows me to do some really good burnishing on all of the seams. So I'm just adding the back spine to it, and then gluing that together right here, and making sure to stick that down really well, and making sure that my corners look good. Of course, this is handcrafting, so nothing turns out perfect, but we try, don't we? Yes, we do. Because the whole box is not put together yet, it just makes a perfect opportunity to stick on the inside liner for the back spine before I go through and put the rest of it together. I tried to do that for the inside when it's laying flat like a butterfly, but it turns out that 2 of the tabs at the very front do not get covered up, and so I decided to scrap that approach and just do this one right here, which is good because the first time I made these, it got all wonky and crazy on the inside of there. I was thinking that this is cute for the project that I have in mind right here, but with the Halloween stuff, but I thought these would be really good for a way to collect Christmas cards every year and just keep them in there, so you could make a new one of these for each year, label it with the year, and then just tuck the Christmas cards away, and eventually you'd have like a whole little bookshelf full of these. And depending on how many Christmas cards you got, you could just add a new box to it every year. And I thought that'd be kind of cool way to keep those things, in a more meaningful way, because I don't know about you, but in my house they end up in a drawer, and then they get moved to my craft area, and then from the craft area they get recycled after 5 or 6 years, because I just hate throwing them away, so it takes a little while before I finally let them go and admit to myself I'm not as close to that person as I once was. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put the liners in. And what I noticed with this is if you put the liner in and it's just right on the little edge that almost looks like a seam that you would sew, it works out really well. And I tried to do it in a way that you could see, but it just didn't work for me. So what I like to do is put my hand on each side of the corners and then stick it on based on where the curve is. And if you get that curve lined up appropriately to the inside of the box, then usually it works out pretty well. However, remember, you're going to be putting stuff in here. So if it's not absolutely perfect, like I said, it's crafting, we're human, and they're handmade products. And so it's okay. It's not a huge deal if it doesn't turn out 100% perfect. Now I'm just going to spend some time sticking some sticky tape all over some of these boxes so that I can put them together. The first time I made one of these as a triplicate, I tried to cut fewer papers and stick it. No, just don't. Just do it this way. It was such a headache, and I fought with it for so long. So just go ahead and cut all the pieces out and then stick them together. The way that the box is made, it needs all the pieces to go together appropriately. since I can't burnish it down, you have to just do your very best to get it exactly right. And this one is tricky because the little lace doily holes, you want to make sure that they are aligned appropriately. And then just trying to get them to stick together well is a little annoying in my opinion. I mean, it works, but I want the perfect size box to put inside of there so then I can burnish it appropriately. So anyway, second verse, same as the first, and just putting the tape back down again, putting the glue down, and sticking this together to put the final box onto the whole kit and caboodle. And can I just say how much I absolutely love that Prima / Frank Garcia put another collection out with this colorway. I loved 31 last year. I don't even know what this one's called. What is it? Let me find it real quick. Oh, it says 31 again. Oh no, this is last year's. Sorry about that. It is called Luna. So I just love that we get a second go at this, that it's not done, because I was running around like last April trying to find all of the leftover 31 that I could find last year. And so then when I was able to find, when this popped up, I was just so excited. I was like, I'm done crafting for Halloween. And then this arrived and I was like, oh, I'm not done crafting for Halloween. Let's do round 2. And so here we are, creating this. Now, every time that I've made these, the boxes don't go together absolutely perfect. There's always something that's a little bit wonky. And like right there, that side's like a tiny bit lifted. But when you put the matting on there, first of all, it makes the mistakes look more magnified. And so I don't necessarily like the matting on the front. I will use it on this project and then cover it up with ribbon. I like to tie it together because it makes the seams, like I like to put a ribbon around it because it covers up the seams and it makes the whole product seem a little more sturdy to me, like it's not going to be wobbly and weird. And then it also covers up any kind of imperfections from when you've created it. And if anything is like a little bit off kilter, it covers it up, putting the ribbon around there. And then also just putting the embellishments on the front is also really helpful, and just making a cute little flare on the front. So anyway, obviously I'm putting the outside matting on here, and then when I cut these out, I made sure that I cut a single pattern out so that when it went on the back, it would look like it was one cohesive piece. So yeah. And then I realized I have not mentioned even once that this is a Scrap Diva die. It's the Craft Caddy, or no, it's not the Craft Caddy. It's the organizer, the craft organizer that she's had on the site for a while, and it just came back in stock. So if you want to go grab one, go grab one. My code for 10% off is Urban10. So, just go save a couple pennies. I don't get a boost back from making a bunch of sales, but using my code does give you a little boost back, and at the very basics will probably save you your shipping costs. So, go use it. It's there for you. So then this whole little deal came together all cute with the spider web and, cute spooky style. And she's just about done. I just need to put the front panels on, the ones which I said magnify the mistakes. Yeah, putting those ones on there. And then I'm going to cover them up with ribbon a little bit later. But at this point, I'm just about done with the putting the whole project together. And next time you see it will be stills of the final after I put the embellishments on it. And I have to say, it's so spooktacularly beautiful. Thanks for sticking around and watching, and I apologize for the dad joke that just happened, but honestly, I appreciate you and thank you, and I'll see you next time, the next time I'm doing a little crafty tutorial. Ciao!